Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 16th April 2021. Today we are studying the subject of mathematics. It's O levels mathematics. It's we call it mathematics syllabus D. The code is 4024, and today we have set our hearts to solve a paper 1 of this syllabus, and the number of the paper is 1-1. This paper 1 belongs from the zone 1. So let's start today's paper, and here we go. Let me show you the first question which is coming on your screen. So okay, so this is the question, October November 2020 1-1 paper. The time allowed is 2 hours. In this paper you are not allowed to use calculator. So let's start this paper. Okay, so on your screen, hopefully you can see that. Okay, so the first question coming on your screen is evaluate 4/7 minus 1/3. So very simple question. We have to subtract. These are two fractions, and the methodology is we need to make the denominator same. So let me show you how I have done this, and here we go. So question number 4, part A, you can see that I will multiply the first fraction and numerator denominator both with 3, and in the second fraction numerator denominator I will multiply with 7. So you will get 12/21 minus 7/21, and that will be equals to 5/21. And so that's the answer. A very simple and a straightforward question. So let's move to the next part. The next part is the B part of question number 1. It says 2 minus 1.2 multiplies 0.3. A very simple question, but you need to remember that there's that first of all you need to multiply. You cannot subtract first. You need to multiply first. So 1.2 will multiply first of all with 0.3. And you, because this is paper 1 and the calculator is not allowed, so with the trick you do these calculations. Okay, so question number 1, part B, on your screen, you can see that. And 2 minus 1.2 multiplies 0.3. So it will be 2 minus, I will remove the decimal. When you remove the decimal, in the place of decimal, I put downstairs a 1. And after the decimal, you count how many digits are there. So 1.2, it becomes 12/10, multiply 0.3 will convert it into 3/10. So you have 2 minus 36/100. So I will take, I will make the denominator same. So it will become 200/100 minus 36/100. So 200 minus 36, it will be 164 divided by 100. And then I will move the decimal because downstairs I have 100. So the decimal will move 2 steps towards left. So the final answer will be 1.64. I hope you have understood. So let's move to the next part. This was the question number 1. And here we go. Question number 2 is showing on your screen. Question number 2 is p square, 4p square minus 1. You see this 4p square, it's a perfect square, and 1 is also a perfect square. So I can use the formula of the difference of two perfect squares. Let me show you how I have done. Okay, so we have to factorize it. So on your screen it's showing, and we have 4p square minus 1. 4p square means 4p whole square, and minus 1 is 1 square. So because you have two squares and a negative between them, so it's like difference of two squares. I will write 2p plus 1, 2p minus 1. You should remember that formula a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. This is that thing. Hopefully you have understood this factorization. So let's move to the next question. The next question is factorize this. Now you see this is the question. It's a 2-mark question. We have 10xy minus 12 plus 15x minus 8y. You have to factorize it. So I will rearrange it. You see, if I will rearrange it, then then it will be very easy to factorize. You see, this is 10xy, bring plus 15x with it, and then write minus 8y and then minus 12. So once you have rearranged it, then very easily it will be factorized. So here we go. So we have 10xy minus 12 plus 15x minus 8y. So I will rearrange this expression, 10xy plus 15x minus 8y minus 12. So from the first two terms, you can see that 5x is common. So then in the bracket, you will be left with 2y plus 3. From the last two terms, the negative 4 is common. So you are left with 2y plus 3. From these two terms, you can see that 2y plus 3 bracket is common. I will take that bracket common. From the first term, I will get 5x. And from the second term, I will get minus 4. So the final answer is bracket 2y plus 3 bracket close bracket start, 5x minus 4 bracket close. So I hope that you have understood that how this is factorized. So let's move to the next question. The question number 3 is showing on your screen. It says solve the equation 9 minus 5x equals to 2x minus 12. And it's very easy. See, but there is only one issue, that the x is on both the sides of the equal sign. So I will bring all the terms which have x on the same side. So you have 9 minus 5x equals to 2x minus 12. So bring the terms which have x on the same side. So we have minus 5x minus 2x equals to minus 12. And this 9 will go on the other side. It will become minus 9. So you have minus 7x equals to minus 21. Minus minus will be cancelled. So x will be equals to 21 by 7. And so x will be equals to 3. So hope you have understood this. Let's move to the next question. So this is question number 3B part, a 2-mark question. Simplify 16 plus 2y minus 3 bracket start, 3 minus y bracket close. Very simple question. You just have to open this bracket and the y terms will be added. The terms which have y, they will be added, subtracted in the terms which have y. So the question was 16 plus 2y minus 3 bracket start, 3 minus y, 16 plus 2y minus, when this minus 3 will multiply with that bracket, so you will have minus 9 plus 3y. And the 2y and plus 3y, it will become 5y, 16 minus 9, it will give you plus 7. So your final answer will be 5y plus 7. I hope that you have understood. Okay, so let's move to the next part. That's question number 4. Okay, so question number 4, part A. The part A is write the number 3456.789 correct to the nearest 100. First of all, I need to know which number stands for 100. So this is unit, this is 10, this is 100. So this 4 is basically 100. So before that 4, on the right side, we have 5. So I will increase this 4 by one number. It will become 3500. So then we have to evaluate this 1600 as 160,000. So I will do this square root thing with a trick. Let me show you. Okay. Let me show you. Okay. So the question number 4A part 3456.789. So I have marked with the red line where the 100 number is. This is the location where you have 100. So before this, on the right side, I have 5. So this will increase by 1, and the rest of the things become, so it is 3500. So now the question number 4B part, this is the thing which you need to take the square root. So this is 4, this is 16 multiply. That 16 is basically 4. 16 can be written as 4 square. And then that 10,000 can be written as 100 square. So when I take the square root, so you see here under the under root, this is 4 into 4 into 100 into 100. So this 4 and 4, one of them will come out, and 100 and 100 into 100, one of them will come out. So the final answer will be 400. So I hope you have understood. And the C part is 1 minus 3 raised to power minus 1. So 1 minus, because its power is negative, so I will take it downstairs. So it will become 1 by 3. When it goes down, its power will become positive. So then I made the denominator same. So I will have 3 minus 1, that's 2 divided by 3. So the final answer is 2 by 3. So that was the question number 4, part C. Okay. So we are done with this question number 4. We are done with this. Okay. Now the question number 5 is showing on your screen. Y is directly proportional to the cube of x. When x is equals to 2, y is equals to 4. Find the y when x equals to 3. Very simple. So it was given that the y is directly proportional to the cube of x. So y proportional to x cube. And y is equals to, when I will remove the proportionality sign, I will introduce a constant here. That constant is k here. So y equals to kx cube. The value of x and y are given. So y is 4 and x is 2. Just put those values in this equation. So 4 is equal to k bracket 2 raised to power 3. Take 2 raised to power 3, you know, it's 2 multiply 2, that is 8. Take this 8 to the other side. So k will be equal to 4 by 8. And the k value will be 1 by 2. So the formula will become y is equal to kx cube, y is equal to 1 by 2 into x cube. Then he said, if the value of the x is 3, what is the value of the y? So y will be equal to 1 by 2. In the place of x, I will put 3 raised to power 3. 3 raised to power 3 is 27. 3 multiply 3, that's 27, divided by 2, and that will be 13.5. So this is question number 5. I hope that you have understood this question. So let's move to the next part. Next question. This was the question number 5. Okay, so here we have on question number 5. This is question number 6 showing on your screen. Maria's age is 17 years, 5 months. Her brother is 20 months younger. Find the age of her brother. Okay, so very simple question. And let me show you how we have done this, and then we will see what we can do. Okay, so question number 6, A part is showing on your screen. So, okay. So Maria's age is 17 years and 5 months. Convert the years into months. That will be 17 multiplied 12 plus 5. When you multiply 17 with the 12, it will be 204. And plus 5, that's 209 months. So the Maria's age in months is 209 months. Her brother's age is 20 months young. He's 20 months younger. So from 209, I will subtract 20. So his brother's age is 189 months. Then I will divide the 189 months with the 12. Why? I want to convert how many years are there. So when you divide 189 by 12, the answer comes out to be 15 whole 9 by 12, which means 15 years and 9 months. So the age of her brother is 15 years, 9 months. A simple question. Okay. Now, the next question is the B part of question number 6. Minutes as a fraction in its simplest form. So let me show you how I have done this question. Before you divide them in the simplest form, their ratio should be same. They should have the same unit. I mean, to write them in the ratio, if you want to simplify this, they should be in the same units. So like 48 minutes is good. 2 hours, 80 minutes. I will convert the hours into 2 hours means 60 minutes. 60 minutes are there in one hour. So 60 plus 60 plus 18. So it will be like 48 divided by 138. So it's 24. You can simplify it with with 2. So 48 divided by 2, that will be 24. 138 divided by 2, that will be 69. And then you can simplify it with 3. You will have 8 divided by 23. So this question is easy. Simply you have to cancel the things. But the one problem was that their units was not same, the numerator and denominator. So you will have to make their units same. Okay. So hopefully you have understood this question. I converted the whole thing into minutes. Then I was able to simplify it. Okay, so that was question number 6B part. Here we go. So this is the numbers, question number 7 on your screen, and the numbers of emails received by 18 students in a class one Monday are given below. Complete the group frequency table for these emails. You see here I have to mark the tallies, and then I will count the tallies and I will write the frequency. For example, this 4. I will cut it the 4 and I will put a tally here. Then 8, I will cut it. The 8 should come here. I will put a tally here. 12, I will put a tally here. I will cut 7. I will put a tally here. 14, I will put a tally here. Then I have 11. That tally will also come here. Then I have 6. That tally will come here. So this is how you draw the tallies. I have already done this on a paper. Let me show you. Complete the group frequency table for these emails. Okay, so let me show you my work. So here we go. From 0 to 5, there were 3 tallies, so the frequency is 3. From 6 to 10, there are 8 tallies, so the frequency is 8. From 11 to 15, and there are 7 tallies, so the frequency is 7. So I just count how many tallies are there, and I came to know 3, 8, and 7. That's the frequency. And this table is called the frequency distribution table. So I hope you have understood this. Very easy and straightforward question. And let me show you the next part. In the next part, he says a student is chosen at random from a different class. The probability that this student received 5 emails is 9 by 20. Write down the probability that this student did not receive 5 emails. It's a very simple question on a probability. You see, if the probability of getting something is 9 by 20, and then the probability of not getting that thing will be 1 minus 9 by 20. So I have done this on a paper. Let me show you my work, and then we move on. And here we go. Okay. So question number 7 and its B part. You can see probability of getting the 5 emails is 9 by 20, and probability of not 5 emails will be 1 minus 9 by 20. So that will be 20 minus 9 by 20. That will be 11 by 20. A very simple question on the probability. Okay. Now the next question on your screen is question number 8, and it says, by writing each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the values of. So one significant figure, so this will be written as 6,000. This will be written as 0.04. and this will be written as 9 under root 9. And then I can estimate the value. So let me show you. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So question number 8, 601 multiply 0.0405 under root 8.986. So 6013, that can be written as 6000, 0.0405, that can be written as 0.04, divided by under root 8.986 can be written as under root 9, and you will have 6000 multiply. I removed the decimals of this. So in the place of the decimal downstairs, I will put a 1. After the decimal, there are 2 digits, so I will put 2 zeros downstairs. So now I have 4 here and 100 here. So you see these 2 zeros and these 2 zeros will be cancelled. So now I have 60 multiplied 4 divided by 3. So 320 times is 60. So now I have 20 multiplied 4, and that will be 80. So the answer is 80. So our estimate that the answer will be 80. Hopefully you have understood this. This was the question number 8, and let's move to the next part. Okay, so now on your screen we have question number. The question number 9a part is you have 0.043 into 10 raised to power 100 square. 0.043 multiply 100 square. Write it in the standard form. It's a 1 mark question. Let me show you my work, and then we will see. Okay. So here we go. 0.043 multiply 100 square. So I will move the decimal 2 steps to the right, and it will become 4.3 expo minus 2, because when you move the decimal to the right, if you move 2 steps, then you will write 10 raised to power minus 2. And 100 square, that 100 can be substituted with 10 square, and over it there is a square already. So you will have 10 raised to power 4 there, and this 10 raised to power minus 2. So the power will be 10 raised to power 2. So you see this will become 10 raised to power 4, and 10 raised to power 4, and this is 10 raised to power minus 2. So for 4, from 4 you subtract 2, so you will be left with 10 raised to power 2. So now you have 4.3 expo 2. That is the right answer. I hope you have understood. And let's see the next question. The next question is on your screen, question number 9b part. He says evaluate 1.2 expo 7 divided by 2 expo minus 3, giving your answer in the standard form. So let's see how I have done this. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so question number 9b part, you see 1.2 expo 7 divided by 2 expo minus 3. So very simple method. Take 1, 10 and give it to this. So, or in other words, you can say I move the decimal 1 step here, so it becomes 12, and this will become 10 raised to power 6, because 1 power will be reduced here. Now 2 and 12, they will be cancelled, it will become 6. 10 to the power 6, and this minus 3 will go upstairs and it will add up. So you will have 10 to the power 9. So the final answer is 6 expo 9. 6 expo 9. Hopefully you have understood. The only problem is here, I don't go the dividing 1.2 with the 2, but I take 110 from here and give it to this number, and it from 1.2 it will become 12, and this will be left with 10 to the power 6, and then it's easy. Okay, so let's move to the next part. So here we have okay. So here we have a football team recorded the number of goals scored in each of their 20 games. The table shows the results. So we have number of goals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and frequency, that how many times this much goals were happened, and 6, 5, 4, 4, 1. So he says write the mod. The mod is that X value who has the largest frequency here. So the largest frequency is 6, and 0 will be the mod. 0 will be the mod. Then he says find the median. If you want to find out the median, I have to make another row here, and I have to write down the cumulative frequency. And you know how we get the cumulative frequency? I write the first frequency as it is, then I add up the next, I write it here. And in this answer, I write the next, I add up the next and write the answer here. So let me show you how I have done this. So you will be able to understand it. So here we go. So question number 10, A part, number of goals scored, frequency. And then you can see I have made the cumulative frequency. So the cumulative frequency, first frequency is written as it is. Then 6 plus 5, you see this 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 15 plus 4, 19, 19 plus 1, 20. So the cumulative frequency row I have written here. So you can see that your cumulative frequency, the last cumulative frequency is 20, which is an even number. If the last cumulative frequency is an even number, then I use these two formula, n by 2 comma n plus 2 by 2. N means that this last cumulative frequency, that will be 20 by 2 and 20 plus 2 by 2. So I have 10 and 11. So I'm looking, I will look into the cumulative frequency, and I'm looking for 10th number and 11th number. So in the CF, you see this first group, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this group, I have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So 10 is in this group. So what is the value of X here? 1. And 11 is also in this group. So the value of X over it is 1. So 10th number and the 11th number both are 1 actually. So the median will be 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So the final answer of the median will be 1. And I hope that you have understood this, how we find the median. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, so here we have B part. He says in the football team, the two tallest players have a mean mass of 75 kg. So the mean of 2 is 75 kg. So if you want to find out the sum of 2, that will be 75 multiplied 2. The 8 shortest players have a mean mass of 60 kg. So the mean of 8 boys, their mass is 60. So if you want to find the sum of 8 players' mass, that will be 60 multiplied 8. Then his question is calculate the mean mass of these 10 players. If you want to find out the mean mass of 10 players, then what I will do, sum of 2 plus sum of 8 divided by 10. Very simple. This is how you find the mean of the 10 players, their mass. I've done this on a paper. Let me show you. So here we go. So you can see the question number 10B part, the sum of 2 boys, their mean was 75. So there are 2 boys. So their sum will be 2 multiplied 75. That will be 150. Sum of 8 boys, I can find their mean is 60. There are 8 boys. So their sum will be 8 multiplied 60, and that will be 480. The mean of 10 will be the sum of 10 divided by the 10. Sum of 10 will be sum of 2 plus sum of 8. And divided by 10, sum of 2 is 150 plus 480 divided by 10. So it will be 630 divided by 10, and that will be the 63 kg. So the mean mass of the 10 boys or 10 players will be 63 kg. Hopefully you have understood that how this is done. Okay, so we are going to the next question. And that is, in the diagram, the A, B, C, and the D, E, F are parallel lines. A, B, E is 123, and the C, E, F is 40 degrees. The first question is calculate the DEB. So basically, he wants you to find out this angle. He wants you to find out this angle, which is DEB. So this angle is 123, this angle DEB. We want to find out these two angles. They are called allied angles because these are two parallel lines, and this is the transverse line, and they are inside the parallel lines, and they are on the same side of the transverse. So we call them allied angles, and their sum is 180. So the angle DEB plus 123 equals to 180. So very easily I can find out this. And then they are asking you to find out the BEC. Once you have this angle and you know this angle, the BEC is question. It's a straight line. Over this straight line, these are three adjacent angles on a straight line. So their sum will be equals to 180. Very easy. So let me show you. I've done this, and this BEC, there is a 1 mark question, BEC. Okay, so let me show you how I have done this. Very simple. It's a simple question, relatively simple question. So you see the DEB plus 123 is equals to 180, this because they are aligned angles. So the DEB will equals to 180 minus 123, and that will be 57. So the value of the DEB angle is 57. The next question was how to find the BEC. I told you the strategy that the BEC 57 and 40, they are adjacent angles on a straight line. So their sum will be equals to 180. So BEC will be equals to 180 minus 97. And the BEC value will be 83 degrees. So I hope you have understood this. Okay. This one is a tricky question. Write the letter of each drawing that is net of a cube. Write the letter of each drawing that is a net of a cube. Okay, so let me show you. So we have here, if you will bend these, this will become a wall, 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 and this will become the roof. So this will make a cube A. So if you bring this thing here, this will be the floor, this will be the wall, this will be the wall, this will be the wall, this will be also wall, and this will become the roof. So this also makes a cube. If you pay attention on this will be a wall, this will be the floor, this will be the wall, this will also become a wall, this will become a wall, and this will become the roof. So this is a cube. So A, C, and E, they make a cube. Okay, so A, C, E, they make a perfect cube. The rest of the diagrams, they cannot make a cube. I hope you have understood. Okay, here we go. The next question is showing on your screen. The first thing they want is, let me show that. This is the question for 1. They want you to find out the value of the X. He says, and this is question number 13. You can see that this is 70, 70. This angle is X, this angle is Y. So if I will add them up, their total sum will be 360. So I have X plus Y plus 70 equals to 360. So X plus Y plus 140 equals to 360. So X plus Y will be equals to 360 minus 140. So he says in the diagram, the OC and OM each make an angle of 70 degrees with the north. AOB angle is X and the BOC angle is Y. The X ratio Y is equals to 3:7. Find the value of the X. If you want to find out the value of the X, very simple. I know the ratios. I know the ratio between the X and Y. I also know the sum of the X and Y. So the sum of ratio will be 10. The share of the X will be 3 by 10. So let me show you. I have done this on a paper, and I can show you this here. So here you see, here we go. So the first thing which I told you during that description, X plus Y plus 70 equals to 360. So X plus Y will be 360 minus 140. So X plus Y will be equals to 220. The X ratio Y is given, that is 3:7. So sum of ratio will be 10. So the value of the X will be, its share in the ratio is 3. The sum of ratio is 10. And the sum of X and Y is 220. So Out of 220, how much will be this? X by 3, sorry, 3 by 10 multiplied 220, and that will give you 66. So the value of the X is 66. The value of the X will be 66 degrees. So I hope now you have understood. So let's move to the next part. What's the next part saying? And the next part is find the bearing of C from O. First question, find the bearing of C from O. So the bearing of C from O, the C is here, the O is here. He wants you to find out the bearing of C from O. From O means on the O you put a north, and from that north move clockwise, come to that line, clockwise. So I've done this on a paper. Let me show you. So I have drawn, you can see here I have drawn C. Here I have drawn, there's O, there is a C, and I have put a north on this. And this angle is 70. This angle is 70. How do I know this is 70? This was in this diagram. Let me show you. See, here this angle is 70. So this is that O, this is that north, this is that C. So this angle is 70. So I need to find out this angle, this angle. From the north clockwise, I come to OC line. So let me show it here. And here we go. So I want this red angle. See, from this north, I will move clockwise. I will reach the OC line, whatever angle this is formed. That's the bearing of the C from O. And because this angle is 70, the whole thing will be 360. So from 360, subtract the 70, you will get 290. So the bearing of the C from O will be 290. The bearing of the C from O will be 290. Hopefully you have understood. Okay. So the next part is this one, C part, and the C part is find the bearing of O from A. Find the bearing of O from A. The bearing of O from A. So O is here, from A is here. So from A, I will draw north here. And then from that north, I will move clockwise and reach this line AO. So whatever angle that will be clockwise, that is the bearing of the O from A. So I've done this on a paper. Let me show you. Here you can see that I have plotted O and A, and I know that this angle is 70. Here on the O, we already have a north. And the basic question is, what is the bearing of O from A? So I want this outer angle, that clockwise angle from the north to the AO line. So, this north, I have drawn a north here. This north and this north, they both are parallel to each other. And I know this angle, so this alpha angle, that will be allied to this 70. Alpha and the 70, they both are allied angles to each other, because these two are the parallel lines and this is a transverse line. So this is alpha, this is 70. So alpha plus 70, that will be equals to 180. So alpha will be equals to, because they are allied angles, alpha will be equals to 180 minus 70. So alpha will be 110. So I know this alpha angle. Now this whole thing is 360. So from 360, subtract this 110. So you will have 250. So the bearing of the O from A will be 360 minus 110, and that will be 250. So the bearing of O from A is 250. Bearing of O from A will be 250. I hope you have understood that how we have used the diagram and the given information to find out the bearing of the O from A. Okay, let's move to the next question. So here we have that question number 14. It's A part. He says in the Venn diagram, shade the subset P union Q intersection R complement. So it means remain outside the R. This is how we talk. R complement means you do not enter this R. And from the outside R, this whole is the outside R. This whole thing is outside R, this whole thing. but you will shade only that portion which is common with the P and the Q outside R. So let me show you. I've done this. Okay. So this is the question number 14A part. You can see P union Q intersection R complement. So R complement means you remain outside the R circle, and but the outside the R circle is this whole thing, but we don't shade it. You have outside the R that portion which is common with the P and Q. So this is this. I have shaded it. I hope you have understood. Then next question. It's a 1 mark question. B part. In a group of 42 people. In a group of 42 people. Okay. In a group of 42 people, 30 people speak Spanish. 20 people speak French. Find the smallest possible number of people who speak both Spanish and French. Okay, let me show you how I have done this. So let me show you. So question number 14B part, I'm showing. I have drawn a Venn diagram here. So this, the first circle represents the Spanish, the second circle represents the French, and so the people who speak both languages, I don't know how many, but let me say they are X. So in the circle of S, the people who speak Spanish, they were 30. So X is already written in the circle. So his only Spanish people will be 30 minus X. The French, the people who speak French, they are 20 total. The X is already written here. So only French people, that will be 20 minus X. So these are the people who do not speak anything. Suppose they are 0. So their sum, these three numbers, if I will add them up, that should be equals to 42, the total people. So if y is equals to 0, and then 30 minus x plus 20 minus x, that should be 42 minus x plus x, they will be cancelled. So you will be left 30 plus 20, that will be 50. 50 minus x equals to 42. Minus x equals to 42 minus 15, that will be minus 8. Minus and minus will be cancelled, so x will be equals to 8. So the minimum number which should be common should be 8. Minimum number who can speak both the languages, that should be 8. So that was question number 14B part. Hope you have understood. Okay, so let's move to the next part. He says, find the largest possible number of people who speak neither Spanish nor French. Okay, find the largest possible number. Okay, who speak nothing, means not Spanish, not French. So let me show you. I've done this on a paper. So this is how you are supposed to do it. So question number 14C part, it's showing on your screen. If the common, you see, you look at here, pay attention. So the maximum common possible is 20. You cannot have a common X value more than 20. So suppose that X value is 20. So this will be 30 minus 20. This will be 20. This will be 20 minus 20. And this Y value who speak neither Spanish nor French, I'm interested in finding this number. So I will have Y plus 30 minus 20 plus 20 plus 20 minus 20 equals 42. So Y plus this will be 10, this will be 20, this will be 0 plus 42. So I will have Y equals to 42 minus 30 and 12. So the maximum possible people who do not speak any language, they will be 12. They will be 12. So this situation comes if let me show you for your understanding. You can understand it in another way also. You see, let me show. If you have a circle, let me say this is the Spanish, and then I have a circle which is it. So here, they speak how much? They are 20, and this is the French. Let me say this is French. This is French, and this is Spanish. So in the Spanish, there are total 30 people. So 10 are already in. So 20 are already in. So here I will have 30. So here I have 10, sorry. And Spanish and French. And the people who speak nothing, people who speak no language, 10 and 20, 30. Total people are 42. 42 minus 32. So they will be how much? They will be 12. They will be 12. This was the question. So you see, I can make it like this, that the people who speak French, they are 20. So they are a subset of the Spanish. So that circle will be inside the Spanish circle. So the Spanish totally 30 people, 20 is already inside, so 10 more. So only Spanish 10 people. If you add them, you have 30. We know that the total people were 42. So it means that there are 12 people who speak no language. Maybe it's not these two languages. This is another way of doing this question. Okay, so hopefully you have understood. Okay, let's move to the next part. So this is one way, and I showed you the another way also. Okay, so let's go. So this was the question number 14. Okay, so on your screen we have question number. Let me reduce the size so you can understand this, the whole question together. Okay, so here we have a question. That's question number 15. It says ABC, a diagram is shown there. Using compasses and a straight edge only, construct the bisector of the ABC. Straight edge means a ruler. And construct the bisector of the angle ABC. We have to construct the angle bisector of this thing. And on the diagram, draw the locus of the point inside the triangle ABC that are 3 centimeters from AC. You see, the strategy is very simple. I can show you how do we do this. I've done this on a paper. Let me show you. Okay, so let's increase the size so this is visible to you. Okay, so first of all, he asked us to draw the angle bisector of the angle AC. For that purpose, you take a compass, you put the compass on the point B, the pin of the compass will be on the point B. The B will be taken as the center of the arc. Okay, so that angle ABC has two arms. This is one arm and this is the other arm. BA is one arm and the BC is one arm. So open your compass, put the needle here, mark and mark here on this AB arm, and make a mark here on the BC. Then put the needle of the compass here on the mark which you made on the arm, and put an arc here. And then put the needle of the compass on this position where you have marked on the arm of that angle, and put a arc here. So where these two arcs will meet, join them with this vertex. So you can see I have drawn this red line. So this red line is basically the angle bisector of the ABC angle. And I hope that you have understood. This is a question from Locus. I hope you have understood that how we have drawn the angle bisector of the ABC. Then he said that you move in such a way that your distance is constant from a line AC. And that distance is given, that's 3 centimeters. I hope that I'm saying the right number. Yeah, 3 centimeters. So, okay. So now, if you want, so the technique is very simple. If you want to draw a line which remains at a distance of 3 centimeters, from the AC, the technique is very simple. What you do, you take your compass, you open it 3 centimeter, and you take A as the center and you draw a circle, and then you take C as the center and you draw a circle of 3 centimeter radius. And then you join these two, you draw a tangent. This blue color line is a tangent to both the circles. So this blue color line is basically 3 centimeter from this AC line. Okay, so very simple. This was what he was asking us to draw. So this blue color line is basically all the time 3 centimeter from the AC line. So that was question number 15. Hope you have understood. This is the question. On the diagram, draw the locus of point inside the triangle ABC that are 3 centimeter from AC. Very simple question. Okay, so now we are moving to the next question. That is question number 16. He says the diagram OABC is a parallelogram. The equation of the line CB. You see this line CB? Its equation is given. The equation is y equals to x plus 2. The equation of this line BC is given, CB, y equals to x plus 2. The region inside the parallelogram is defined by 4 inequalities. One of these is y less than x plus 2. So because this area is below that BC line, so the crocodile's back will be towards y. So because it's equation, I know that's y is equals to x plus 2. And because this parallelogram is below this BC line, so when I, in the place of equal, when I put a inequality sign there, so I will you know, the crocodile's back should be towards y. The reason is because the area, the required area is below this line, so the crocodile's back should be towards y. Okay, now the question is, their question is, basically he wants you to write the region inside the parallelogram is defined by 4 inequalities. One of these is y less than x plus 2. Write down the other 3 inequalities. So first of all, I have to recognize the lines which are between which that area is bound. Okay, so one line is this AB line. This line is clearly a vertical line, and you know the equation of the vertical line is x equals to some number. This line OA, which is parallel to the CB. So whatever is the slope of the CB, same will be the slope of the OA. But the one very important thing about the OA is passing through the origin. So its y-intercept will be 0. So its equation will be simply y equals to mx. This line, this is a vertical line. It's x equals to 0. And this fourth line we already. So let me show you. I have done this on a paper. So let me show you how we have done this. Okay. So here we go. So this is that area which is bound by 4 lines. One of them is equation is given. Its inequality is also given. The inequality of the CB is given, that is y less than x plus 2. If you look at this equation carefully, this inequality carefully, here the y-intercept is 2. The y-intercept is 2, so it means this value on the y-axis will be 2. Okay, now you see the one by one. Let me say this line, this is a vertical line. Its equation will be x equals to some number, because here it is written 4. So this the equation of this line is x equals to 4. Now you see your required area, that pink area, is on the left side of this vertical line. If the required area is on the left side of the vertical line, we put the crocodile's back towards x. So this is the inequality which you will write. So AB will be x less than 4. So this OC line is also a vertical line. Its equation is x equals to 0, because the required area is towards the right of this line. So the crocodile's mouth will be towards the x. So x 0, x is more than 0, greater than 0. So about this line, first of all, I need to understand that what is the equation of this line. You see, the slope of this line is 1. The slope of this line will be also 1 because they are parallel to each other. This is told to us, that has been informed in the question, that these two are parallel to each other. So if its slope is 1, its slope will be also 1. Its y-intercept is 2, but its y-intercept is 0. So the equation of the OA line will be simple. Y equals to x. Its equation will be y equals to x. Now, when I will try to write this inequality, because the area is above this line, this is an inclined line, the pink area is above this line, so the crocodile's mouth should be towards y. When the area is above that line, then the crocodile's mouth should be towards y, so you will have y greater than x. Y greater than x. Okay, so the next question on your screen, I think this is this part. He says, calculate the area of the parallelogram OABC. It's a 1-mark question. Area of the parallelogram OABC. So basically, he's talking about this OABC. He wants us to find out the area of this parallelogram. If you remember, this is y-intercept was 0. This was 2. So this basically, this length is basically 2, and this length is 4. So, you know, the area of the parallelogram is base. If I take this side as the base of the parallelogram, then this is the height of the parallelogram. Area of the parallelogram is base into height. Very simple. Base into height. Base is 2 and height is 4. Simply multiply them, you will get the answer. Let me show you. I've done this on a paper. So here we go. But you can see this is value y here is 2. The value of the y here is 0. It's a vertical line. So this length is basically 2. And this length you can say is 4. So the area of the parallelogram is, if this is the base and this is the height, base into height. Base into height is the area of the parallelogram. So 2 multiply 4, and that will be 8 and unit square. Because this is area, so that's why I will say unit square. So you see, you can find out the area of this parallelogram very easily. So that was question number 16. Let's go to the next part. Okay, so we have this question. Okay. So that's question number 17 on your screen. And this is question number 17 on your screen. And let me, okay. In the diagram, AC is a diameter of the circle, center O. The tangents from T touch the circle at the B, and the C. BCT is 62. Find the value. So see, these two are the tangents, and you know that this is also tangent. The tangents are equal in length. So this will be an isotriangle. This BCT will be an isotriangle. Okay. And you know, this is the radius and this is the tangent. The radius and the tangent, the angle between them is 90. So x plus 62 will be equals to 90. So from here you can find out the value of the x. And the next question is find the value of the y. To find the value of the y, you see, very simple. If this is 62, this will be also 62, you know, because the tangents, they both are equal in length. So this CBT triangle is an isosceles triangle. If this angle here is 62, this angle here will be also 62. This angle is y, so y plus 62 plus 62 will be equals to 180. So from here you can get the value of the y. So these are the two questions. He wants you to find the value of the x and the y. That's it. That is question number 17. And let me show, reduce the size. Okay. So this is the question. So let me show you my work. So here I have my work. So question number 17, A part, x is the question. So x plus 62 equals to 90. Tangent and the radius, they both are perpendicular to each other. That is the reason. So x is equals to 90 minus 62. So x will be equals to 28. In the case of y, that both the tangents, they are equal in length. So they are making an isosceles triangle. So 62 and 62 plus y will be equals to 180 is an isotriangle. So y will be equals to 180 minus 124 and y will be equals to 56. So I hope you have understood. This is a very simple question on the circle properties. Okay, so let's move to the next part. There we go. Okay, question number 18. So he says some numbers are arranged in rows. Each row contains one more number than the previous row. The numbers in each row are two more than the number in the previous row. Complete the row number 5. Pay attention. In the first row, I have 2, 3, 3. 3 is written 2 times. In the second row, we have 5 and 5 is written 3 times. In the third row, we have 7 and 7 is written 4 times. Then in the fourth row, I have 9 written there and 9 is written 5 times. So the row number is 5. So here you can see how many. So this is increased by 3 plus 2 will be 5, 5 plus 2 will be 7, 7 plus 9, 7 plus 2 will be 9. So 9 plus 2, there will be 11. So I will write here 11. But how many times do I have to write 11? You see, in the row 4, he write 5 times. In row 3, he write 4 times. In row number 2, he write 3 times. And row number 1, he write 2 times. So in the row number 5, I should write it 6 times. So I write 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, and 11. So 6 times I will write 11. Okay. So let me show you my work. I've written this work. Yes, so you can see that. Okay. So the row number 5 will be 11 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 6 times I have written the 11. We put a comma between them. Question number 18, B part, just check the markings. Let's check the questioning. Write down an expression in terms of n for each number in the row n. So in the first row, I have 3. In the second row, I have 5. In the third row, I have 7. In the fourth row, I have 9. In the fifth row, I have 11. So let me show you how this is the pattern: 5, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then 11. So you can see each time 2 is added. So here you can see the difference. The common difference is 2, 2, and here is the common difference 2 from 9 to 11. Even the common difference is 2. If the common difference remains same, so what you can easily do, you can apply this formula. A plus D bracket, you can use this formula, A plus D bracket n minus 1. And A means the first term in the sequence, that's 3. And plus D means the difference which you are adding to get the next term, that is 2 bracket n minus 1. So you will have 3 plus 2 and minus 2 and 2 and plus 1. So the nth term for the number which is showing up in a row, that is 2 and plus 1. Very simple. In the next question number, in the next part, what he says. So now I know this answer. This answer is 2n plus 1. Okay. So C part, he says find an expression in terms of n for the number of rows in the nth row. Okay, row n. So in the first row, there are 2 members. In the second row, there are 3 members. In the fourth row, there are in the third row, there are 4 members. In the fourth row, there are 5 members. And in the fifth row, there are 6 members. So you see, in the first row, there are 2. So let me write this as a sequence, and then very easily I can tell you. So the first row has 2 members, and the second row has 3 members. The first has 2, the second has 3, the third has 4, the fourth has 5, and the fifth has 6. So I can find out, you can see this sequence, you get the next term by adding 1. So I can apply the formula A plus D bracket n minus 1. So A is 2, D is 1. So the 2 plus 1 bracket n minus 1. So it will be 2 plus n minus 1. So the formula will be n plus 1. So basically the number of terms in a row, they can be found by n plus 1. For example, in the first row, I will put n as 1 in the place of n. So there will be 2 numbers showing up. And in the third row, I will put 3 in the place of n. So this will be 3 plus 1. So there will be 4 numbers showing up. Then he says, the next question is, I hope you have understood. So then the next question is write down an expression in terms of n for the sum of numbers in a row. So how you find this? It's sum. The word sum means 3 plus 3, but I can find another way. 2 multiply 3. This is 3 multiply 5. This will be 4 multiply 7. This will be 5 multiply 9. And the next will be 6 multiply 11. So both this number and how many times it appeared. So whatever is the value of here, the number, and how many times that number appears, you multiply both these answers with each other. So you will find both these answers, multiply them with each other, and you will get the answer. Let me show you. I've done this. So 18C part, you can see on your screen, it's showing. So this part I'm talking about. So 18C, you can see this is the number which showed up, its nth value is 2n plus 1, and how many times that appear in a row, that is n plus 1. So multiply both of them. So 2n multiply with n, it will be 2n square. 2n multiply with 1, it will be 2n. Then 1 will multiply with n, that will be n. And 1 will multiply with 1, and that will be 1. So you will have 2n square plus 3n plus 1. So this is how you will find the sum of that sequence. It's the sequence question is always little tricky question. You need to be very focused, and you need to understand the pattern inside the sequence. You see, we use the formula, but with the help of the pattern, you can also find the nth term very easily. Hopefully you have understood this one. So let's move to the next part. The next part is question number 9. And he says, okay, so here you have question number 9 is showing up on your screen. The time and the time T minutes taken by some people to travel to work are shown in the table. So from 10 to 20 minutes, 16 people. From 20 to 25 minutes, 15 people. 25 to 30 minutes, 10 people. And 30 to 50 minutes, 12 people. He says on the grid, draw a histogram to represent this data. If you want to draw the histogram, you see, first of all, I look at the class widths. Class width is basically for upper limit minus the lower limit. So that's 20 minus 10. So the class width of this class will be 10. This is 25 upper limit, lower limit is 20. So 25 minus 20, this the class width will be 5. This is the lower limit is 25. The upper limit of the class is 30. So this 30 minus 25, that is the 5. So the class width will be 5. This class is upper limit is 50 and the lower limit is 30. So the class width will be 50 minus 30, that will be 20. So you need to find out the class widths. Then I will find out the frequency, because the class widths are different from each other. You see, the first class, its class width is 10. The second class width is 5. The third class, its class width is 5. Sorry, and the last one, the fourth class, its class width is 20. So every class has different class widths. So when every class is a different class width, then you have to make the histogram with the help of the frequency density. The frequency density for each class, you can easily find out. The formula for the frequency density is frequency divided by class width. The formula for the frequency density is frequency divided by class width. For example, here the frequency is how much? 16. The frequency of this class is 16 and the class width is 10. So 16 divided by 10, 1.6, that will be the class width. Sorry, the frequency density. Here you can see the frequency is 15 and you divide it with the class width, that is 5. And so 15 divided by 5, that will be 3. So the frequency density will be 3. So for example, here the the class width is 5, the frequency is 10. So frequency divided by class width 10 divided by 5, that 2. The frequency density will be 2. So in the same way, you can do this calculation. So on the grid, draw a histogram to represent this data. So this is a single question. This is question number 19. So I've done this on a paper. Let me show you my work. So here we go. So here on your screen, you can see that I have found the class width of each class. The first class, that's its class width. Its frequency is 16, class width is 10. So 16 divided by 10, so 1.6 will be the frequency density. The frequency density of the second class will be, the frequency is 15 and the class width is 5. So the frequency density will be 3. For the third class, the frequency is 10 and the class width is 5. So the frequency density will be 2. For the fourth class, the frequency is 12 and the frequency density, and the class width is 20. So the frequency density will be 0.6. So on the y-axis, we will take the frequency density. On the x-axis, we have the time value. From 10 to 20, the frequency density is 1.6. So I will draw a bar here. And from 20 to 25, the frequency density is 3. So I have drawn this bar. From 25 to 30, the frequency density is 2. So I have drawn this bar. And from 30 to 50, the frequency density is 0.6. So I have drawn this bar graph. So this is how we have drawn the histogram. And you know how I have calculated the frequency density and then how this is plotted on a graph. I hope that you have understood this. So that was 3-mark question. This was question number 19. Okay, so here we go. So here we have the question number 20. Here a triangle A is shown, its coordinates I can easily find out. Here a triangle B is shown, and what they want is, I don't know, let's check. Triangle A and triangle B are drawn on the grid. Complete the description of the transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. So how do this triangle A went onto the triangle B? Clearly, one thing you can see that the triangle B is quite large. This side of the triangle A is 1, while this same side of the triangle B is 3. So it means the triangle B, which triangle A is mapped onto triangle B. So it means that the scale factor here will be 3. For example, this side you can see in the A is 2, but in the B this is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So clearly this is an enlargement and the scale factor is 3. So let me show you how I have done this. So he says, so let's do the first A part, then we will concentrate on the second part. So here we go. For the, sorry, what is that? Oh, where have, let me, where is that? That is not showing. Okay. So that's, okay. So here we go. So for the first part, you see this A triangle and the B triangle is already there. So the same points, the corresponding points of the B and the A, and join them with each other and prolong this. I have done this with the red lines. So see, this point and this point are same points on the A and B. So I joined them with the red line and prolonged it. This point and this point on the figure B, They both are the same point, so I joined them and I prolonged them. Where they intersected, where these red lines intersected each other, that is the center of enlargement. So the 4,2 is the center of the enlargement, and scale factor is positive. Because why it's positive? How do I know that the scale factor is positive? It's not negative, because the object and the image, they both are on the same side to the center of enlargement. If they are on the same side of the center of enlargement, the scale factor will be positive. And if you want to find out the scale factor, take the same sides in the image and in the object. For example, if I take this height, this is 3, and in the object it is 1. So 3 divided by 1, so the scale factor of the enlargement is 3, because 3 divided by 1, it will be 3. Okay, so if you want to completely describe the single transformation that maps the triangle A onto triangle B, that is an enlargement, and the center of enlargement is 4,2, and the scale factor of the enlargement will be 3. So this is the first part. I hope that you have understood, because I've already worked on this diagram, so it may be looking something little bit confusing for you, but I have used the red color for solving the A part. Okay, in the B part, which is also a 2-mark question, he says triangle A is mapped onto triangle C by a reflection in the line y equals to minus x. On the grid, draw and label the triangles. So A is mapped onto triangle C by a reflection in the line y is equals to minus x. Let me show you my work. So here, this blue line, that is basically representing the line, mirror line, the line of reflection. The formula is y is equals to minus x. At 1, it will be minus 1. At 0, the y will be 0. At x equals to 1, the y will be minus 1. And the x equals to minus 1, the y will be positive 1. So you can see very easily, you can make a table of this line, or you can draw it directly if you have little concept. Okay, so here we have the side, the AB, sorry, the triangle A, and I want its image in, and this here we will have the reflection. The methodology is very simple. You see, you join this point with this line of reflection in such a way that the angle between this line of reflection and this green line is 90. So whatever is the distance on this side, you take the same distance on this side. Same you do with this point, you join it in such a way that this green line is making 90-degree angle with this blue line, and you prolong it. Whatever is the distance from here to here, same is the distance from here to here. Same I did with this point. I joined it with this blue line in such a way that it makes 90-degree angle with this line, and then I continue. So the distance here, same I have taken the distance here. So this is how the A will be reflected in the line y is equals to minus x, and its image will be formed, and I will label it as C. So another very important thing is that I can do it directly also. You see another, but that's the desi thing. I know when the line of reflection is y equals to x or y equals to minus x, then you can do this. You see how, look how I do this. This point, it's one diagonal and half diagonal. So half diagonal and one diagonal. Okay. This point, one diagonal, two diagonals. So it's two diagonals. So on the same line, I go two diagonals, one and two diagonals. So look at this point. It's one diagonal, two diagonal, three diagonals. So on the same line, move forward, one, two diagonals, three diagonals. So this is the image. So you see, this is how you see, this is how I get this, how I reflected the triangle A into the line y is equals to minus x, and I got the image as that name of the image is C. And I hope that you have also understood that how this reflection is done. So this was a question, and this was the question number 20 on your screen. Okay, so now here we have question number 24. So we have question number 21, sorry, I said 24. Line L is perpendicular to the line y equals to -1 by 2x plus 3. The line L passes through the point 8, 9. Find the equation of the line L. Because the line L is perpendicular to this line. So first of all, I need to know what is the slope of this line. This coefficient of the x, that is the slope of this line. So the slope of this line will be -1 by 2. Because L is perpendicular to this line, so its slope will be 2 only. The line who is perpendicular to this, this slope will be reciprocal of this slope, plus you will change its sign. And then you can use, once you have the slope of the L and you know this point through which the L is passing, you can easily find out the equation of the L. So let me show you my work. So here we go. The equation was that line was y equals to -1 by 2x plus 3. So its slope is the coefficient of x, that's -1 by 2. The slope 1 of this line is -1 by 2. The slope of L, which is perpendicular to this line, its slope will be the reciprocal of this line's slope and negative with it. So minus and the reciprocal of 1 by 2 will be 2, and minus minus will be cancelled, it will become +2. So the slope of the line L will be +2, and through which this line passes is 8, 9. So here, equation of the line, you can use this formula: y minus y1 equals to m bracket x minus x1. X1 and y1 are the points, are the coordinates of this point, and m is the slope of the line L. So then in the place of m, I put 2x1, that is 8, and y1, that's 9. So y minus 9 will be equal to 2x minus 18. So y is equal to 2x minus 16 plus 9. So y is equal to 2x minus 7. Y is equal to 2x minus 7. So this is how you have found the equation of the line L. So this was a 3-mark question. That was the question number 23. Now we are going to the question number 22. There are 2 parts in the question number 22. He says in the A part, the A matrix is given, the B matrix is given, and he wants you to find AB. A multiply B. So A matrix, that's a 2 by 2 matrix. B is also a 2 by 2 matrix. Their multiplication is possible. So just write them and then multiply them. From the first, from the first matrix, we always take the rows. And from the second matrix, we always take the columns and we multiply them. So from the first, I will take the rows, and from here, I will take the columns. I will multiply them. So 1 multiplied 0 will be 0. 2 multiplied 2 will be 4. So they will add up. So 1 multiplied 2, that will be 2. 2 multiplied -3 -6. So they will add up 2 minus 6. Then the second row's turn to multiply. So -4 multiplies 0, and that will be 0. And 3 multiplied 2, that will give 6. Then -4 multiplied 2, that will be -8. Plus 3 multiplied 3, that will be 3 multiplied -3, that -9. So 0 plus 4, that will be 4. 2 minus 6, that will be -4. 0 plus 6, that will be 6. -8 -9, that will be -17. So hopefully you understand that how we multiply the 2 columns, 2 matrices. These both the matrices are 2 by 2 matrix, and hope you have understood this. And then the question number next is, the next question. The next question, the B part, is C and C inverse are 2 by 2 matrices. Write down the 2 by 2 matrix, which is equivalent to C into C inverse into B. You see, it's a conceptual question. Try to understand this thing and never forget this thing, which I will just tell you. When you multiply the sign, C with the C inverse, try to understand this. If you will multiply C with the C inverse, the answer will be the identity matrix. 1, 0, 0, 1, identity matrix. So if the identity matrix will C multiply C inverse, that will be identity matrix. And then the identity matrix will multiply with the B. So the answer should be B. identity matrix multiply with any matrix, the same matrix you will get in the answer. So for example, I will multiply with A, the A will be the answer. I will multiply with the B will be the answer. I will multiply with the C will be the answer. So I multiply with the B will be the answer, and the matrix B will 0, 2, 2, minus 3. This is a conceptual thing that the C multiply with the C inverse that gives you identity matrix. We represent it with the I, and then if identity matrix multiply with any matrix, the answer is still the same matrix. So when I will multiply with the B, the answer will be B. So don't forget this. Okay, so let's move to the next part. That was the question number 22. Here we have question number 23 is coming on your screen. Okay, so, okay, it's a 1 mark question which is showing on your screen right now. The portion is 1 mark. The diagram is the speed time graph representing the part of a train's journey. The train moves at a constant speed of 20 meters per second for 40 seconds. It then slows down uniformly for a further 60 seconds until it stops. Find the deceleration between the T40 and T100. It's a 1 mark question. I need to find out the deceleration of this line. So let me show you my work. Okay. So this diagram is very important. You see, take this point, its coordinates are 40, 20, and take this point, its coordinates are 100, 0. And then I will apply the formula. I have noted down 40, 20, and 100, 0. I want to find the acceleration. Acceleration is the slope of this line, and acceleration will be 0 minus 20, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That will be 0 minus 20 divided by 100 minus 40. So it will be minus 20 divided by 60, and 0, 0 cancel, 2 and 6 cancelled. So you will have minus 1 by 3. So the value of the deceleration will be 1 by 3. When I use the word deceleration, then I don't put the negative sign with it. Okay. So the word deceleration means that it's negative. So in the answer space, you only write 1 by 3 meter per second square, because in the question he asked us what is the deceleration. So when I do it mathematically, the negative sign comes with it. But when they properly ask me what is the value of the deceleration, then I don't use the negative sign. The 1 by 3 meter per second square is the answer. I hope that you have understood that how I have found the slope of, you see, I have found the slope of this speed time graph, and that speed time graph slope, that means deceleration. Okay. So let me go back to the question. So that was the question number A part, question number 23A part. Okay, the next question is find the value of the T when the speed is 10 meters per second. It says when the speed is this, here the speed is 20, here the speed is 0. So here somewhere the speed will be 10 meters per second. He says when the speed is 10 meters per second, what is the time? That's the question. Okay, so let me show you my work, how I have done this. A very simple and a straightforward question. He says, what is the time when the speed is 10? So this point on this graph, it will be t, 10. You know, the slope, because these 3 points, they are collinear, they are on the same line. So whatever is the slope of these 2 points, same is the slope of these 2 points. So just make their slope equal to each other, and then you will get the value of the t. Very simple methodology. Let me show you. Okay. So question number 23B part, I have taken 2 points, 100, 0 and t, 10. So I will apply the formula of the magnitude y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So it will be 10 minus 0 divided by t minus 100 equals to, and I know this already, that gradient is minus 1 by 3. So it will be t divided by, 10 divided by t minus 100 equals to minus 1 by 3. Just cross multiply it. So I will have t minus 100 equals to minus 30. And this minus 100 go to the other side, it will add. So t is equals to minus 30 plus 100, and t is equals to 70. So T value is equals to 70. So you see how easy it is. Okay, the next question, C part. What's the C part? The C part is find the average speed during the 100 seconds. You want us to find out the average speed during the 100 seconds. So he wants you to find out the average speed during the 100 seconds. Let me show you. Average speed is very simple. The formula for the average speed is the total distance traveled divided by the total time taken. So let me show you. So the total time taken is 100 seconds. And the total distance traveled will be this green portion and the area under the speed time graph. That is the total distance traveled. So I can find out it very easily. It's the area under the speed time graph. And this shape is a trapezium. You see this height of the trapezium, that is 20. This one parallel side, that's 40. And this parallel side, that's 100. So 1/2 into height into sum of parallel sides. So very easily I can find out, the area of this shape. So here I've done this. Distance travel will be equal to the area under the speed time graph and 1/2 into 20 into 40 plus 100. And you see from where I'm getting 40 and 100. Try to understand. So you see this side, that's 40, and this side, that's 100, and this side is 20. So these sides I'm using here. Oops. 1/2 into 20 into 40 plus 100. So this will be considered 10, 40 plus 100, that's 140. You multiply as 1400 meters. So the total distance traveled in the 100 seconds is 1400 meters. So the average speed will be total distance traveled divided by total time taken. So that will be 140 divided by 100, and that will be 14 meter per second. 14 meter per second will be the total average speed for the whole journey. So that was the question number 23, and I hope that you have understood that how we have done this question. Okay, so now let's move to the next question. The next question is question number 24, and that is showing up on the screen, and it says, okay, express 99 as the product of prime factors. It's a 1-mark question. So let me show you how I do the prime factorization. So here we go. This is question number 24. So 99, you can only divide here with the prime number and the smallest prime number. So 3, so you will have 33, again with 3, 11, 11, divided with 11, so you have 1. So 99 is basically 3 square into 11. 99 is basically 3 square into 11. Hopefully you have understood. So let's move to the next part. It says, yeah, now this is done. This question is a little tricky. Expressed as the product of prime factors. P is equals to 2 raised to power n plus 2 into 3 raised to power n into 5. And the Q is 2 raised to power n multiply 3 raised to power n plus 1 multiply 5 square, where n is a positive integer. The lowest common multiple LCM of the P and the Q is 2 raised to power n into 3 raised to power n into R. Express R as the product of the prime factors. Okay, express R as the product of the prime factors. So let me show you. It's a 2-mark question. And then the next question is find the value of the P plus Q as the product of a prime factor. So these are the 2 parts. That second question is also 2 marks. So let me show you how I have done this. So here we go, dear friends and dear students. So 24b, the P is given, that is 2 raised to power n plus 2 plus 3 raised to power n into 5. The Q is 2 raised to power n multiply 3 raised to power n plus 1 multiply 5 square. And then I draw a line here and I will try to find out the LCM. The LCM, usually when take the LCM, the factors which are common, I write them once and I write their largest power, and which are not common, even I write them also. So here I will write 2, and the 2's largest power is n plus 2. 3 is common, so I write it once, and its largest power is n plus 1. 5 is common, but its larger power is 5 square. The numbers who are not even common, they are also included in the LCM, but here we don't have them. Okay, so the LCM is basically 2 raised to power n into 2 raised to power 2 multiply 3 raised to power n multiply 3 raised to power 1 multiply 5 square. So the LCM is 2 raised to power n into 3 raised to power n multiply 2 square multiply 3 multiply 5 square. So in the question, he told us that the LCM is 2 raised to power n into 3 raised to power n into r. So the value of r is this whole thing, 2 square into 3 into 5 square. So the value of the r is 2 square into 3 into 5 square. And that was the question. They said that the right r in its prime factors, as the product of its prime factors. So 2 square into 3 into 5 square. It's a little tricky question. Okay, the next question, 24C part, he says find the value of the p plus q, and this answer should also be in the terms of the prime factors. So it is 2 raised to power n plus 2 multiply 3 raised to power n multiply 5 plus 2 raised to power n multiply 3 raised to power n plus 1 multiply 5 square. Try to understand. I have taken 2 raised to power n common, then I have taken 3 raised to power n common, then I have taken 5 raised to power 5 common. So when I will take 2 raised to power n common from here, I will be left only with the 2 raised to power 2, and the rest of the things are also have been taken common. In this, I will be only left with 3 raised to power 1 multiplied with 5. 5 has already gone out. So this is 2 raised to power n into 3 raised to power n into 5. This is 2 square, that means 4 plus 15. 4 plus 15 is 19. It means 5 multiplied by 19. So this is the answer of p plus q, and this is written in the form of the product of the prime factors. So hopefully you have understood this question. This is question number 24 of the October-November 2020. It's a maths paper, mathematics D syllabus 4024. And this is variant 1, paper 1. 1 is the number of the paper. Okay, so we move to the next question, and the next question on your screen will be showing. Okay. So here we go. This is the question which is showing on your screen. In the diagram, the ABB and the ACQ are the straight lines. The ACB angle and the APQ angle, they are equal to each other. Show that the triangle ABC is similar to the triangle. They want you to find out. Let me show you. So as you can see the whole thing. Show that the triangle ABC is similar to the triangle AQP. Give a reason for each statement you make. Okay. So I have done this first part, then we will, okay. So we will move. Sorry. So I have to increase the size. So that bring it here. I have to make the increase the size. Okay. So here is that question number 25, and it's part A. So I have to show that these two triangles are similar. So you see, if I say ACB angle in this small triangle, ACB angle, and the APQ angle, they both are equal to each other. The reason is it's given in the question. Then the BAC angle in this smaller triangle, BAC angle, and the QAP, they both are equal. I have marked it red. This red color is angle is between the smaller triangle is also the part of that bigger triangle. So that's the common triangle, common angle. So I was comparing this triangle ABC and the APQ, and in them two angles are same. If you are comparing two triangles for similarity test and there are two angles same, both the triangles are similar. So I can write here with full confidence that the triangle ACB is similar to the triangle APQ. Triangle ACB is similar to the triangle APQ. Very simple question. Hopefully you have understood. Okay, then the next question. First of all, let's read the question, then come here. The next question is, he says, the value He says, what does he says? He says, the AB side is 4 centimeter, the AC side is 3 centimeter, and the AQ side is 12 centimeter. Calculate the length AP. He wants you to find the length of AP. Let me show you. I have made it very easy. Let me show you this. Okay. So this is that small triangle ABC. This side is 3, this side is 4. And he has told us that the AP side is 12. And what he wants you to find out the AP side. Here, this is that red angle. I have changed the orientation of that larger triangle, and I have put that triangle with this smaller triangle in such a way that is very easy to compare. So this red and red color angle is same, this blue color and this blue color angle is same. So now you can compare them very easily because they are similar. So the ratio of their sides will be equal to each other. So for example, the AB is ratio with the AQ, and the AC is ratio will be with the AP, and the CB is ratio will be with the PQ. So because they are similar, so I can write with full confidence that AB divided by AQ, that will be 4 by 12, equals to AC divided by AP. AC is 3 and AP is the question. So just cross multiply 4 AP is equals to 3 multiply 12. So AP will be equals to 3 multiply 12 divided by 4. So 4 and 12, they will be cancelled. So 3 multiply 3 will be 9. So AP side is 9. So this side here is 9. Okay. So then check what's the next question. Let me first of all check the question and then we will see. He says the area of the triangle ABC is x centimeter square. Find an expression in terms of x for the area of the quadrilateral BPQC. Okay, so try to understand. So what they are talking. Let me reduce the size so you can hear, understand, and then I will solve. Okay. So the area of this triangle ABC, that is x, this triangle is similar to this full triangle. So I can find the area of the full triangle also. If the area of this triangle is x, I can tell the area of this full triangle. From this full triangle, if I will subtract this triangle, that will be the remaining area of the BCQP, which he asked actually. So this smaller, let me show you my work, then very easily do it. From here, it's very easy to understand. So these are the two triangles. You see the triangle ABC and the triangle AQP. The ratio of the corresponding side, for example, this is 4, this is 12, this is 3, this side is 9. So I can take the ratio of their sides. That will be 3 by 9 whole square, 3 and 9 cancel, 1 by 3 whole square. So that will be 1 by 9. The area of the triangle ABC, he told us, is x. So what will be the area of this full triangle AQP? That will be x by triangle AQP equals to 1 by 9. And so you will have 9x. So triangle AQP, its area will be 9x. You know the area of this smaller triangle, this parallelogram, how you will get this? How you get this? From this full triangle, if you subtract this triangle, smaller one, you will have this quadrilateral BCQP. From this full triangle, if you subtract this triangle, then you will be left with this quadrilateral BCQP. So very simple. I know that the area of the full triangle is 9x, and the area of this small triangle is only x. So the area of this will be 9x minus x, and that will be 8x. So let me show you how I've done this. So you can see here. So we have, and you see the BPQC area will be the 9x minus x, that will be 8x. So this is the answer. And when I write here, because these two are similar to each other, so the ratio of their areas is equals to the square of the ratio of their sides. So area 1 by area 2 is equals to L1 by L2 whole square. So this is how, this was the question number 9. And I think we have reached the end of the paper. So this was question number 9, and this paper is over. So my dear students, today we have done, okay. So today, I think we have done, today we have done October, November 2020 paper. Paper number 1-1. This is MCQ. Sorry, I said MCQ. This is a paper 1 of mathematics. The syllabus we are studying is mathematics syllabus D, and we have done a paper 1. This paper 1 belongs from the zone 1, and I have tried my best to do a good paperwork to show you how actually the thing is done, and hopefully this video will be helpful to you. If you find this video helpful to you, this is helping you to improve the concepts of your mathematics, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also recommend this YouTube video, video to your friends, and ask them to also to subscribe to my channel, because that will be an energy for me, an energy drink for me. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a good day, and God bless you all.